Explain persuasive strategies in public speaking by summarizing text. We're going to practice a skill that all strategic readers can do. They can summarize text. Anytime you summarize text, you do three things. And these are the three things we're going to practice, and I'm going to help you. First thing we got to do, we got to shorten it. Second thing we got to do is we got to capture the main ideas, which means we got to weed out a lot of stuff in there that's probably not important. Third thing is I want you to put it in your own words. I don't want you to copy straight off the paper. I want you to tell me in your own words what the summary of this stuff is. All right? So the first thing I want to do is I kind of need to figure out where you are on this idea of persuasive writing. So this little thing is called a pre-learning concept check. It's got some vocabulary words on it. So take a look at that. Don't do anything with it today. Right now, all I want you to do is put your name on there. And today's date, if you didn't know the date, it's the 20th. I wrote it on the board. All right, so we got ethos, logos, pathos, positive motivation, negative motivation, cognitive dissonance, safety needs, social needs, and self-esteem. Here's what I want you to do. On the left-hand side, all right, this is going to be a test. My first time I've done this in Vermont. Everybody raise your left hand. Left hand? Okay, they know their left from the right in Vermont. Good. Okay, I was just checking. I had to make sure. On the left side, look up here. This side, that's left. I want you to tell me what your level of understanding is of those terms. And here's how you're going to do it. There's a key on there. If you consider yourself an expert on ethos, expert means you could teach me, your teacher, or anybody else in this school what that means. I want you to put a plus sign there. If you've heard of it, know a little bit, but don't consider yourself an expert, it gets a check. If one of those is new to you and you have no idea what it is, that's okay too. Just put a 0 there. Rate yourself on all 9 of those items now, please. Hey, I got great news. As I walked around and checked out your papers, there's a little room for learning in here today. And that's not a bad thing. Hardest part about my job is figuring out what you know and what you don't know. So now I'm pretty sure where you are. I got 2 left. I don't know what you all want to do.
I've got one.
All right, so let's take a look. Everybody's got an article there in front of them. Let's take a look at this thing, Persuasive Strategies. Take a look at this handout. It's actually copied out of a book. We went ahead and copied it for you. How many of you preview stuff like this before you ever try to read it? How many of you preview stuff like this before you ever try to read it? That's probably why you don't like this stuff. Most high school students, if I said we were going to work on this today, this is what I catch you doing all across the country. See how long it takes you to figure out what I'm doing. What did I just do? Count how many pages it was. How many people in this room count how many pages the text is? You got to quit that. It's not a good deal. I'm going to give you a better deal. Here's what strategic readers do when they got to deal with this kind of stuff. We look at the titles. We look at the subtitles. We look at the pictures if there are any. We look at the bold and italicized words. Their vocab. Anything that's bold or italicized words, I guarantee is going to be on a quiz. Should probably be in a summary. And will probably be on a test at the end of this thing when we're done. So we want to look at those things. So let's preview this real quick. It says Persuasive Strategies. There's some learning objectives there at the top. It says ethos, logos, and pathos. Persuasive communication is in italics. Not sure why. Doesn't matter at this point. We're just previewing. Take a look at the next page. Persuasive communication. Persuasive communication. Oh, it looks like we're referencing a book the whole way through this thing. Persuasive communication. Power, persuasion, moving an ancient art into the media age is on the top of the third page. It's in italics. Persuasive communication again is there. Persuasive communication another time. How to design and deliver speeches. So they're referencing some books, and then it says there's a review of ethos, logos, and pathos. Then we got dissonance, motivation, and needs. Cognitive dissonance. Persuasive communication is in italics again. Power, persuasion, moving an ancient art into the media age. That book comes up again. Positive and negative motivation. Appeal to needs. Oh, look, there's a picture. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Anyone ever heard of that before? So it's a triangle. It says physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, self-esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. I don't know really what that's in here for, but it's a picture. I just checked it out because we're previewing. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Next page. Ethics of using fear appeals. And I don't see anything else. It looks like that's it. We previewed it. All right. Are we going to read about World War II today? Is there anything about World War II? Nope. How about World War I? How about quantum physics? Nope. You know exactly what we're going to get into today because you previewed it. You should never wonder what's in there and don't count the pages. It doesn't work. Just preview it real quick. You can do that in any class, whether it be this class or any other class that you have. That's a good tool. Don't count the pages. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to practice this little summary skill. We're going to break this up into pieces. This is a pretty big chunk at one time. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to take a look at the first page, the second page. Let's go all the way over. If you look up here just a second, see where this says dissonance, motivation, and needs? Find that. Right stop there on your paper. Right stop there. All right, so I want you to read the first chunk of this to that point. Anything that you believe that would go into a summary, I want you to circle it. All that means is I circle this because I think it's important and it should go into a summary, so circle it. When you've finished reading that section, oh, this guy's got a highlighter. If you want to highlight, that's okay too. If anybody else has a highlighter, that's fine. Underline it, circle it, whatever you want to do. Now, once you've read that section, I want you to meet with your partner. You're getting a partner. Did anybody tell you that? I knew they wouldn't. They weren't supposed to. It's my class. You're going to be partners. You're going to be partners and you're going to be partners. You're going to put your heads together and you're going to make me one summary for your little team, your partners. Now, since this is a really good class, I have two challenges for you when you make this summary. My first challenge is you're going to read those pages. You're going to read those pages. You're going to make me a summary that's 40 words or fewer. 40 is good. It's what I asked for. 35 is awesome. 30 would be like spectacular. 29 would be like wicked stellar, if you could pull it off. But 41 won't work. If you get it that close, I'll help you get it down to 40. It's got to be 40 words or fewer. In your own words. And it's got to be English prose. You know what that means? Complete sentences. I don't want a word splash. I don't want a bulleted list. I don't care if you write 3-word sentences, 4-word sentences, or 5-word sentences. Total word count when you're done cannot exceed 40 words. All right, now, here's the deal. It's 8:35. You guys know about FedEx and UPS? You know their slogans? They always deliver on time. This is a FedEx assignment. That means you have to have this read, circle the important stuff, meet with your partner, and have your one summary for your team, either on that board, or that board. and you've got to be done in 15 minutes. So you don't have time to dilly-dally. You got to read this, find the good stuff, write me a summary, meet with your team, get it up on the board. You don't even have time not to like each other. You have too much to do. You have 15 minutes. I'll be reading this with you. If you have any questions, you raise your hand. I'll be right there to help. 15 minutes starts now. Go. Stop there for the first one. So we can stop there. You're already done. Just the first part. Whenever he's ready, you can meet with him. As soon as your partner's done, or as soon as you're ready to talk, you can slide together, move, whatever you want to do. You won't get another cue from me. You actually have 10 minutes before FedEx gets here, so. And you're at the review now, so that's stuff you've already read, so you're good. You're ready to go. He's same place. Go ahead, put your heads together and figure it out. You guys are going to be group number 2. So you're just going to go up there whenever you're ready. You just write it up there whenever you decide what it's going to say. It's up there. You have 7 minutes until FedEx arrives, so you should probably be putting your heads together now and start thinking about what you're going to scribe on that board. Oh, I got one group scribing already. This is good stuff. Good stuff. No pressure on anybody else. Still have a whole whopping 4 minutes until FedEx gets here. Yep, that's what they're doing right now is gisting.
And then when
Post check is going to be right side of this.
It's the right side of that. That's right.
So here's the lesson. Concept check, preview the text, gist, post check. That's it. That's all I need.
And then you would want.
Well, that's your post check, right?
But you would want, when they send you the lesson plan, you would want anything that you've created like this.
Yep.
and the students have
And snap a picture of what's on the board, and that's it.
Text, would you want a copy of the text?
All you got to do is give it, well, you can give me 2 if you want to, but take a picture of what they wrote on the board, and we're done. Wait, here's my evidence that you did it right here. You're done. That's all I need. All right, so this is my lesson. You did a concept check over here. You previewed the text. You did a gist, which is an AX when you look it up in your Max book. And we're doing a post check, which will be over here when you're done. That's it. Don't make it too hard. That's it. That's all I want. Take your phone, take a picture of that. So here's what we did. Concept check. Previewed the text. Doing a gist, which is an AX activity if you look it up in your Max book. We're going to do a post check over here. You're done. I'm sorry? It's It's your choice. It's your summary. However you want to do it, you do it. Yep. So, concept check, left-hand side. We previewed the text, title, introduction, subtitles. Gist is an activity in your Max book. You'll find it in there. It's a chapter. It's an AX activity. So it's a during and after reading. Then we're going to do a post check on the right-hand side. And that's literally all I'm looking for in a lesson. Take a picture of the student's work on the board, and you're done. Now, don't forget, English prose, complete sentences. He's doing complete sentences. Just take your dash out and say logos is, and you're fine. Are you the word counter?
Yep.
Okay, don't let it go over 40. If you get close, I'll come help you. Just let me know, okay? Because you got some stuff in there I can already see we can wordsmith and fix and get you down there if we need to.
So we got 3 more words, but and.
If you did, well, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to tell me it's 37 and be done, that's good. That's not bad work. Watch this. Ethos builds credibility and trust. I just saved you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Now you got 8 words to finish if you want them. Otherwise, you can leave it just like that. I don't have a problem with that. If that's your summary, I'm good. Whatever you want to do. That make sense?
Yep.
So you see how you wordsmith it? You can just add S's, EDs, INGs. That's where English comes in. Like if you pay attention when your English teachers are trying to help you. That's pretty good stuff, though. All right, you guys good?
Almost. Yeah. We gotta read. Oh. Okay. So I think I have it.
That's not bad. You got 20. That's 26 words. That's good stuff. All right, awesome. Go ahead.
Done?
All right, while the last group is scribing, check this out. I got one group in the room that says ethos is to appeal to the speaker's trustworthiness. Logos is the appeal rationally through fact and logic. Pathos is the appeal through emotions and personal events. I got a group back here that says in Persuasive Strategies, we learn the 9 persuasive strategies, ethos, logos, and pathos. Ethos builds credibility and trust. Logos uses logic in the speech, and pathos brings emotion into the speech. These are examples of persuasive strategies. And last but not least, I got a group that says logos is the reasoning or logic of an argument. Pathos is the emotional appeal to a speech. And ethos is the appeal to the speaker's trustworthiness. Those are very well done. You did exactly what I asked you for. You delivered on time. You captured the main ideas. You put it in your own words and you shorten it. College students do this stuff every day, by the way. Every day. Here's the deal, though. I forgot to tell you the real challenge. There's more to this article. Let's take a look. We wrote stop. At dissonance, motivation, and needs. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to read about dissonance, motivation, and needs, cognitive dissonance. If you flip to the page where it says positive and negative motivation, I want you to write stop there. I want to get one more run in before the bell rings, and we're in a little chunk. All right, one more little chunk right there where it says positive, negative motivation. Write stop number 2. Stop 2. I want you to read about dissonance, motivation, and needs, cognitive dissonance. Circle the important stuff. Meet with your team again. You're going to revise that summary so it includes cognitive dissonance. And you still can't go over 40 words, so you may have to weed some of that out. You may have to weed some of that out. That is not all important. All right, you have, this class is over at 10 after. You have until 8 after to be done. Go. One more little piece, one more little bite. Find me the good stuff, and then revise. When you go back up there, I want you to go take a look at what I did to your speech or your summary. I wordsmithed it again for you. Made you all kinds of room. Now I want you to be able to do that next round. You'll have to do it on your own. I won't help you next time, but I helped you this time. All right, you guys take a look at your summary when you go back up there. I wordsmithed it for you. Take a look at what I did, and that's now you've got all kinds of room to add dissonance, motivation.